Hi, everybody. This is Willie, and this is Connie Miller
Hi.
from New Heart Living. We're kind of giddy. We've been doing this like 4 or 5 times, so we're trying to get focused
What's
here,
new?
here on what it's going to look like. I hope you enjoy what we have to share with you this morning, and I just totally messed this up, and
No, you didn't. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? You guys don't care if it's perfect, right?
yeah.
Go ahead.
So anyway, so we're just going to keep on plugging here. So anyway, we just want to share some encouraging news with you today, and hopefully it'll inspire you and let you see how important you are. So you had a question that you was asking a while ago.
Yes.
What is it?
Well, I want to ask you all, and
Yes.
I'll ask you,
Okay.
how many letters
Mm-hmm.
have you written? Do you like to write letters? I love to write letters.
Yes.
I'm a writer. How many letters have you written?
Bunches, especially to you.
Yes. I think we've written thousands of letters, actually.
Mm-hmm. Or you at least delivered them, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But a letter has to be delivered, right?
Right. So.
To be a letter, right?
Mm-hmm.
The person that you want it to go to has to receive it, right?
That's it.
Okay.
That's good. Now you.
So we were talking about this because it's really cool, because there's actually a verse that talks about this.
That's right.
2 Corinthians chapter 3. It says, "Are we beginning to commend ourselves again? Or do we need, as some do, letters of recommendation to you or from you? You yourselves are our letter of recommendation, written on our hearts to be known and read by all. And you show that you are a letter from Christ, delivered by us, written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living God, not on tablets of stone, but on tablets of human hearts." So we were really trying to process this verse,
Mm-hmm.
picking it apart like we do. And, so how do you read this, Will?
Well, there's a couple things that just came out as you were reading it. And number one, he says, "You are the letter written on our hearts." And then
That's a letter of recommendation. He says, you yourselves are our letter of recommendation. So a letter of recommendation means you endorse somebody.
Yeah.
You are, yes, I would, let's just say for a job, I would hire them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he says you, meaning the people that they were going to, right?
Right.
Are our letter of recommendation written on our hearts.
Yes.
So those people gave a letter to them of recommendation that's on their hearts, right?
Right.
And then let's go on. And to show you that you
Are
are a letter
for others. And
from Christ,
from Christ. Yes.
delivered by who? Us.
Us. Isn't that to me, that's just amazing, because number one, as you go out and you're walking in doing your life,
Right.
just doing your life as you're just living your life, you become a letter that has been presented to you by someone else. It's like a chain reaction.
Yes. So, yeah, we were just talking about this, and I just forgot where I was going with this. I totally lost it.
So it's a recite. I was sitting there thinking it sounds silly, but it's almost like a pyramid, because they used to call them pyramid schemes, but this isn't a scheme. This is way beyond that, because you present something, it goes to the next person, then it goes to the next person,
Yes.
and it goes to the
Well,
next.
and that's what I was going to say. We think, and I do this, and I got to not think of it this way, but we think that we have a ministry, like I have a prison ministry, right?
Mm-hmm.
But really, we are the ministry.
Right.
Our whole life is a ministry.
That's true.
And so if we think of it that way, we're not trying to separate our lives into little categories, like we do.
That's good.
Our whole life is a ministry. And then someone once told me that you are the book.
That's right.
You're not writing the book, you are the book.
Mm-hmm.
That's being written. Like,
Mm-hmm.
does that make sense?
And that's the same with
So, yeah.
you are the letter. You are how you live your life, what you're doing actually is the letter that someone else needs.
And it says it's written not with ink. So it's by the Spirit of God that lives in you.
Right.
Right? The Spirit of God lives in me. He's writing a letter that I'm giving to you. It's the Spirit of God. And then you take that letter now and you pass whatever you got from my letter on, and then you add your own stuff in the letter, right? Does that make sense? Because we're each unique.
Right.
And we each have our own experience with the Lord, right?
Right.
So what we've learned, things He's shown us, that He wants us to pass on to somebody else. But it's the Spirit of God in us. He's delivering it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, writing it. See, it's so fun trying to we were just like really trying to see this.
And you just keep on building more, because what I was thinking about is, okay, I've put something in you, I've presented the letter, I've delivered the letter to you. Now you've taken the letter and taken it forward, but also it comes, he said, that is given by you to us. And so I was thinking about this, the apostles and the disciples, there was times in their life they got discouraged, they got beat down, and then they could look out and they could see what the work that they've done has accomplished. So it's like a letter of encouragement,
a recommendation,
or encouragement that encourages us to keep doing what we're doing,
to keep writing the letters.
Yeah. So it's just
allowing His Spirit to write the letters, deliver. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It just keeps on making a cycle, because you energize us to keep going because what God's doing through you, and then your people that you've sown in does the same thing, and it just keeps on growing and growing and growing, because that's how God designed it.
So you matter.
Yeah.
You matter, and
what you do matters. Yes.
And it's, even if it's the littlest things, how we do it, our attitude towards it, everything. It goes on to say, such is the confidence that we have through Christ toward God. Not that we are sufficient in ourselves to claim anything is coming from us, but our sufficiency is from God, who has made us sufficient to be ministers of a new covenant, not the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter kills, but the Spirit gives life.
That's it.
We're all ministers of a new covenant.
That's it.
And He's equipped us
with everything we need.
It's already in you.
Through the Spirit. And it, man, that's just incredible, because like you start realizing that what's implanted in you is not something. I just had this flash. It's not really that it's something that wasn't already in you, but it's actually exposing it to you, because Christ is where?
In us.
Isn't that crazy? So whenever I show you something, or you show me something, it's not something new to our spirit, man, but it's just to get this thing, to see it, and it's like a letter written.
And the letter keeps getting longer.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm thinking. It just keeps getting longer and longer. And
I can write really long letters, but because we're always adding more to the letter.
That's it. That's it.
Yes, it's the Spirit of life, the new covenant, but there's so much in that. There's so much mystery to be discovered by the Spirit, and I also like to think of it, when we affect somebody else, that person takes a little bit of me, takes me with them. Mm-hmm. So like when I minister to the guys, and they just really get it, and they're just seeing it. So what they've heard from me, they take me with them.
Right. I was just thinking,
it's a spirit. It's.
I was just thinking about, you gave a testimony this morning when we was at the church, how a certain person inspired you and showed you, and you've taken that and you've grown with it, and then other people's letters has sent their letters into you, and because of that, what they've experienced through God and God has shown them has poured into you. And what do you do with it? You pass
give it back out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I just love how there's so many pictures, word pictures in the Bible.
Yeah.
And a letter is just, that's something I very much relate to. And I just love how he used this as, you're a letter that's from Christ delivered by us. So we are the deliverers. It's from him, but it's being delivered by us. That's really cool.
Yeah. So they get you really excited because you know that this is like a big thing and it never ends. It just keeps growing and growing.
It's kind of like the kingdom of God is growing, ever growing. It's not waiting. It's growing now upon the earth. It's spreading.
That's it.
Through the letters. Right?
That's it. That's exciting.
That's exciting.
So I just thought that was cool. And you guys think about that and sometimes it just kind of blows your mind away as you start learning how that God designed us to be the carrier, the deliverer of the word that was implanted some several thousand years ago by just a few men, and we're still being that carrier or that deliverer.
Well, it's a spirit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the new covenant, when the new covenant began, which was the resurrection.
Right.
So I just hope this encourages somebody today. Your life matters. You are a letter being read by many.
That's it.
And you don't got to worry about all the little details of the letter, right? Do you?
No.
Just be you. Write the letter in your style. Pass it on. I hope that makes sense. I'm saying, but I'm just like in my head, it's just like, oh wow.
It just even comes more exciting the more we've talked about it. And believe it or not, we've been talking about this several minutes before.
Trying to say it right, but sometimes it doesn't always come out right. But I think y'all get the point. Even
though it's been kind of jumbled up, you should have seen it when we first started, and it just keeps on growing the more we think about it. It's like, wow, the bigger this letter is, And so you are the letter, and not only for the people that you run across but the people that planted these things into you, that sowed the seeds into you. So you're an encouragement to others, too.
Well, just like, with all my Facebook friends, you know, you think it's me, okay, writing the letter to you, but you don't realize you write it back to me. You just, the encouragement and the love and the,
that's right.
It just, we help each other.
That's it.
I don't know if that makes sense with the letter, but we're just constantly writing letters by the Spirit, and He's giving us what we need through these letters.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah. And we'll say it one more time. You're the letter. It's just exciting to think that.
Yes.
So hopefully you'll grasp on to the excitement we have.
In our imperfect way of saying
it. That you are a letter, and it just blows you away the more and more you get that. That's what is that? 2 Corinthians?
2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 1 through 6 is what we read.
Go check it out for yourself.
Yeah, and there's more there, but we just wanted to give you that short little encouragement.
Yes.
So we hope you all have a great day.
Thank you.
And till next time, right?
Yes.
You have anything else you want to say?
See you next time.
All right. God bless you.
God bless.